numbers. I know it's hard to remember all 1,980 members. That's why you have to go and collect them all. Tell your parents they can buy them at the mall now.
Hello, and welcome to Speeding Bullets Repackaged. I am Richie, co-hosting with a teddy bear today.
Get out of here, Bear. This is an action figure show. It's not a stuffy show. Hey, everybody, it's Tupper. What's going on? Welcome to Speeding Bullets Repackaged.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, here we are.
That's right.
Boom. In your face. YouTube. It's the holidays. Welcome. Hope you're having a good holiday season, everybody. What are you dinging at me for?
Because I don't like dinging.
That ding is just a healthy reminder to let you know that if you want to see our antics every week and get notified about it, hit that subscribe button, and you will be notified whenever we are here on YouTube. Thanks for watching us here on YouTube. We love you. We love your faces, even though you can only see ours. We love our faces more than we love your faces. I guess is the message.
Instead of the ding, I meant to hit this button.
Welcome to the show.
So loud. Right in my ear balls. So loud now that I can hear it. It's like, boom. Yes, so loud.
You know, you can control the volume that's in your ears, right?
I'm gonna lower that just a little bit because that's
then you might get
this. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I will myself into controlling the volume. What's going on, Richie? We have lots of stuff to talk about here, including a really super awesome review.
That's right.
Oh, yes. That is coming later in the episode. But everything's good? You having a good season so far?
Yeah, so far. I have not begun decorating, unlike you. You can see Tupper's Festiveness in the back, and I am wearing my Devour Feculent shirt.
Because nothing says shit-eating like Christmas.
That's right. So,
eat some shit. By which, of course, we mean fruitcake. Go and eat your shitty fruitcake.
Don't get me started on fruitcake again.
It's a different podcast. We covered that in the past. Just so you know, everyone out there, you haven't seen this before. Richie hates fruitcake. He also hates eggnog. So, do yourself a favor.
If
sign him up
the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh,
Jesus. Why is... If I had the Infinity Gauntlet, I would snap eggnog and what's the other thing we were just talking about? Fruitcake out of existence. See, I almost did it out of my own mind. That's true.
Oh, no, still here. Well, you need to get all those 6 Infinity Stones, which I think are all snowflake related for Christmas. So there you go.
That's right.
There you go. Anyway, it's toy time. It's toy time. So we got toy stuff to talk about.
Let's get into that.
Start them off
with some.
Let's roll it in.
Coming soon.
Oh yeah, it's that groovy coming soon song. I can hear it now, so I know when to talk over it. Which is the whole time, just with the beat.
It's funny.
Look how well that worked.
I was just before you jumped onto Discord. I was going through some sound effects for rewind for the different rounds, and I was like, which of these will bug Tupper the most? Is one of my criteria. So.
I support this because my ire is what keeps you entertained.
That's right. It's one of my reasons for getting up in the morning.
Take that, Richie.
Anyways, moving on. Moving into the first
Richie,
stuff.
I know depending on where you are in the world, this is a real bad thing to do, but I don't care. It's not bad here in Canada, so sorry.
You were popping your mic there for a second. But anyways, we got this Batman the Animated Series. There we go, words. Play sets, I guess is the best way to describe it, of the Batcave.
Now, this is a re-release. This was out before.
Yeah.
I have my only question about this playset. Is this for 6-inch figures or is this for like smaller toys?
Is for whatever size the Batman animated series figures are. I believe they are 6-inch figures, 6 or 7-inch figures, if I am not mistaken. It's interesting because it comes with a lot of stuff and there's a lot of stickers. It comes with a Batman from the Batman the animated series. That in one of the pictures it's a little misleading, and I think it's one of the Mcfarlane photos from Instagram that I nabbed, but has Alfred in the picture, which is a little misleading because Alfred does not come with it.
Alfred is not included, just a Batman, which makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense. I mean, would it be nice if they had included Alfred with this set? Sure, especially as a re-release. But I guess you get quite a bit of stuff. I mean, do we know what the price on this bad boy is? I mean, this is
unreasonably priced at. Hold on, I'm going to bring it up. EB Games. I will go to DC Direct is what it's under.
We're doing the work for you folks because I know you're curious as I am. I did not see the pricing on this, so I am super curious.
$299.99.
$300
yes.
for some plastic and some stickers. It is a big set.
It is. It is
nice. It's nice, but Richie, is it $300?
It's not $300 nice. For $300, I don't want fucking stickers. I want those to be painted on, or like already on when I get there. Like if I'm paying $300 for something that's not Lego, it better be ready in the box, except for like assembling it into like the diorama.
Yeah, you'd think because they included the stickers that would bring the cost down because you're applying your own stickers. I mean, is it backlit? Is it a lighting feature that will light up the panels
not that
when you put the stickers on?
Not that I can tell.
So there's no electronics in this at all because it does. Some of the pictures make it look like it is backlit.
Yeah, and I've learned to be very careful with the pictures you see, especially from fucking Mcfarlane, because I thought the glow-in-the-dark Bane glowed in the dark in places that he doesn't. And I don't mean his crotch, I mean his veins in his arms. Get your heads out of the gutters.
But no one thought you meant crotch. No. See, like this picture here that we're looking at makes it look like it's backlit and that you put the stickers on and it lights up everything. Mm-hmm. So maybe that is the case, but if it doesn't, I would be disappointed that I spent $300 on something that doesn't light up.
And at $300, it should come with a Batman and an Alfred. I'm sorry.
It should for $300 things that they've already produced. They should have thrown an Alfred in there, and it's obviously like again your mileage may vary if you really want a Batman setup. I mean, this obviously can work for regular DC Universe figures as well through Mcfarlane's, but I think it's way overpriced. And if there's no electronics in it, it's a huge pass. Yeah. Like, I don't know why they re-released this unless there is electronics in it. So disappointing.
Very
disappointing.
As you can tell from the disdain in my voice.
Yeah, we're shaking our heads at this one. Not a great re-release, if you ask me. Yeah. So swinging a Miss Mcfarlane yet again. Way to bring that train into the station damaged.
But something that looks pretty cool from is it Hot Toys? Yeah, it is Hot Toys. Is this Flash movie Batman? I don't remember Batman being in the blue, Michael Keaton being in the blue costume in the Flash. But I could be wrong.
He was not.
Okay.
No, he was not. He was not in the costume in the movie, but they showed like his suits. Yeah. And in one of the suits they showed was this version. Yeah. So that's why I think collectors are excited about it because
it looks really cool, and I think they've really captured the likeness of Michael Keaton in this really well.
Yeah, I do like this. I think it's a nice and interesting design. I think it's nice to see that 90s bat suit from the Tim Burton movies done in this style with the blue. I think it's really striking, and it honestly kind of makes me wish we had seen this in action in The Flash.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of again, and those look, here's the let's just take a moment and say that the costumes by and large in the Flash movie were terrible by and large. And like the Ben Affleck batsuit, shitty. It had blue in it. It wasn't this cool. And when we saw Keaton, it was only okay to see him. I would have much preferred to see him in this blue suit in the film as opposed to what we actually got. Yeah. So just another reason to hate a little bit on the Flash movie. And there's plenty of reasons. Here's an extra one, because we could have gotten this live action on an actor and they didn't do it, and you gotta question, why didn't we get that?
Yeah, I don't know. It would look really cool. That being said, a slight aside, what Batman costume do you hope to see in the James Gunn DC universe? Or what's not exact costume, but at least inspired by costume?
I think they have to go with somewhere between the Hush outfit and the Batman Incorporated outfit.
Okay.
I like both of those designs.
I think something like this one, not this exact one, but something with the blue and gray would work very well in the tones that are in James Gunn's universe. So
I also feel like that's very likely based on the little hints that we've gotten, especially that shot from Creature Commandos, which flashes Batman. I'm pretty sure that is a blue costume. And I just think it would be nice. We've never seen a live action Batman in blue to that degree. Again, we got a little bit of that in The Flash, but that costume sucked.
Yeah.
So I would love to see something that is more along this line. I'd love to see a combination of some of the things they've done in The Dark Knight, in some of the things they did in the Snyderverse Batman, and in some of the things that they are doing in the comics. And I would love to see kind of a combination of those things. Again, like what they did with Superman's outfit was very modern, but also very classic. And I would love to see them apply that to Batman as well.
Maybe something like the Rebirth costume, but with a blue cape and cowl instead. I think that could work very well. Even a very dark blue, like obviously what we just showed was more of along the lines of a lighter blue, a more sky blue. I would love to see something that's more navy. I think that you can still have that blue element and just really bring out the darkness of what Batman does and the character. So my vote is something between, again, the Batman Incorporated and combining those blues and really doing something interesting along those lines. So we will be getting an announcement about the Batman for the DC universe that James Gunn is doing in the new year. They're probably holding off because Warner Brothers may be sold to Paramount in the coming weeks. That may change a bunch of things that we're going to be seeing come down the pipeline. But yeah, we will. Even though we're a toy podcast, this means that there will be toys. It's
so
relative.
we'll be talking about it. We're talking about it. We're gonna mention it.
Yeah.
We're gonna mention it when we get details. But that's our dream. Our dream Batman is that.
Yeah. And that's all we got for coming soon. I did save people you may have seen already, and Tupper's like, why didn't you throw in the Static Shock photos that you just showed me? And I'm like, well, I just added like a bunch of Budo photos, and so I'm gonna save the Static Shock for next week's coming soon before we do our top 10 of the year.
That's true. That's true. We can take this moment on the pod and just remind everybody that I'm working on my list right now. I'm pretty sure it's done. Richie has his list. So next week on the show will be a little bit of our best current up to date current as in hand. What are our favorite figures of 2025? There will of course be an addendum. Is that how you say that? Addendum?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's going to be a January show where we'll have gotten stuff for Christmas where I'll be like, and here's a couple of extra things that didn't go in. But our top 10 list is coming next week, and it will be current as of this specific moment in time of all the stuff that we gotten this year. What do we think is the best stuff?
That was released this year as well, because
that's coming.
There are some stuff that I've bought this year that are older, so those do not qualify.
I will say that I wanted to put the brown suited Wolverine from the Secret Wars Marvel Legends stuff in on my top 10, and I was intending on doing that, and then I realized that those figures came out at the tail end of 2024, like basically November of last year. So I can't put that brown.
Okay, yeah.
I can't put that.
I will have to double check on some things on like to make sure like because like I was considering putting the Christmas Chucky on my top list because but then I remembered I looked it up, that came in at the tail end of 2024 as well. So
see, that is the key. If it is released in stores or available to purchase at like even if it was December 25th of 2024, then we can't use it for 2025. But yes, I did want to put that brown suited Wolverine in, and I checked it last night, and it was available for order in November of last year. So I could not put it on the list, but I would have, because I love that Wolverine. But that's just the nature of the beast. Anyway, more on that next episode. It's gonna be a great little
I
year-end.
believe we should each take new photos of these.
Oh, Richie, they're already in displays. You can't do that.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Okay.
Okay. So just to give you guys an idea, this is all tour related, so it's actually not really a tangent. But obviously, I was saying every year I do holiday displays. You can kind of see here in the background, there's two kicking around right where my fingers are gesticulating towards, and I have some stuff in those displays that I got this year, and I have another big display up here of all the G.I. Joe figures celebrating. It's all G.I. Joe Villains Christmas, so they're all up here, which is really nice. I will have some photos, I think, of that to share next episode. So next week we'll also share some photos from my holiday displays, so you guys get to see them. But also, in making all of this happen, I had to take a bunch of stuff that is regularly displayed and hide it and put it away for the next couple of weeks. So some of the stuff that we were talking about on our top 10 lists is buried in this area, and they are not easily accessible because I'm not going to need them.
One thing I was considering doing was I was going to take a group shot of all of my top 10 figures to put at the end, but if you can't do that, I guess that's fair.
You can still do that. I'm just saying I cannot.
I'm gonna do it because I'll make mine look better than yours. But
there you go. There you go.
Also, I am working on some ideas so that I can have better photographs for you folks. So, because I know my backgrounds of my action figures aren't as clean as Tupper's, but I've got an idea to fix that. So.
Oh, I'm excited to see what Richie comes up with. A little light box display action going on, which would always be pretty cool. I'm also thinking of doing something similar. I usually take photos on top of a little behind the scenes action for you folks here this fun holiday season. But I take my photos on the top of my all-in-one printer that's right next to my computers, and it's just the best place. It's right next to a wall. That's why you see that. Yeah, it's a neutral background, but that's why you see sometimes the same little hole that's in the wall, because that was from a thing that I drilled previously that I took out, and that's why that's there. And I don't ever cover it up because, well, life.
And because mine, you kind of just see whatever figures I haven't taken off of my side desk yet and boxes and shit. So I'm trying to find a way to clean that, tidy that up for the show.
Well, I love this idea, Richie, and I think it might cause me in January to do a little display that I can switch in and switch out. That'll have a similarly neutral background so you can see all the stuff, but also may have it may be more interesting than just white.
Yeah.
So I'm going to think about that. I'm going to pontificate on it over the holiday season. But yeah, we're going to up our photo display game
That's right.
for this show for 2026 because we love you.
That's right.
And
all four
we
of you.
want to give you the best. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 0.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You're still watching it.
Exactly.
So
that being said, hey.
Oh God. There it is. Dubstep time.
It's Bob this week.
That's
Boom.
right. Not a whole lot of stuff. Not that I'm slowing down because Christmas, because I generally just buy the toys that I want. Jed knows this. She kind of has an idea that, you know, some of them are time sensitive, because but there's generally some where I'm like, I may not get this for myself, but I'll put it on my Christmas list. So but otherwise I just continue buying myself toys, which I have done. And one of the pre-orders that I got came in a little bit early, and I think I'm going to do a bit more of a detailed review in the future of him, that I can sort of show you and play with the arms a little bit more, because I really like how they set up the 6 arms in this. Not all of them have the same, like, butterfly joints. They're like, I think it's the middle arms, if I'm right, have the butterfly joints so that they're a bit more. Although the front one articulates so that you can actually have them go like that really well. Hand-wise, he only comes with 2 extra splayed hands, and then he has the, I really like the furrowed brow, I guess that's what you would call that.
Furrowed brow, Spidey. Yeah, absolutely.
But because what they did here, they were kind of smart. They just didn't put them all in a row down. They have the middle ones sort of set back a little bit, and that allows for a little bit more freedom in the articulation that I find. I do think that it should have come with more options for the hands, because it does come with 2 splayed hands on it already, and then the other 4 are closed fist, and then so you can have, I mean, there are different combinations that you can do, like I've got him here, he's kind of like walking on those, and he's got his other fists out, and then you know, he's kind of like punching his fists on one hand there. But I think you should have been able, I feel like it was a missed opportunity. There should have been more hands to really maximize your posability for this character.
So you have 2 splayed hands that are separate, but the other 6 hands are fists?
No, you have 2 splayed hands that are separate, 4 fists, and 2 more splayed hands that are already on it.
Oh, okay. So basically,
so you have a total of 4 of each.
4 of each. Okay, yeah. So there's there's not that much variety as that. It's either fists or splayed. Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. Okay.
So I just feel like there could have been, and then this, if you don't know, this is not Peter Parker. This is not him getting the arms again. This is I think it's AI APEC is the name of the character. I think they're a robot, judging by the name. I'm not super familiar, but it's basically a 6-armed Spider-Man. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bulky looking with the arms for me, but I think that's just my aesthetic. Is I don't love multiple arms. For human characters, I kind of prefer them for monsters because I think it's easier to portray that in action figure form. But, like, obviously for you, it works overall.
Yeah. I mean, technically, he's not human. He's a robot. But
whatever.
Just
but he's got a human body.
He's humanoid is what you're trying to say.
Penis optional. It's penis optional action. It's a robot, and he just takes that off and puts it on the shelf at the end of the evening because he's not going to need it. It's for display purposes only.
Yeah.
He's not data. It's not functional. It's not a functional penis. I don't know why I'm talking about penises. It's
Robot
just
penises.
it's just funny. It's
Anyways,
just funny to think of someone just like Clint, and there it is, and it's ready in case we need it. Are you going to be using that robot penis tomorrow? No, I don't think we're going to be needing that. We got a bunch of web slinging to do, so we'll just leave that on the shelf. Just make sure we dust it regularly.
He is
That's
one
all.
of the Build-A-Figure ones for the Executioner line. He comes with the Executioner's right leg, I believe, but I've got no interest in the Executioner Build-A-Figure. So.
That's right. Richie has said on numerous occasions he has no interest in that. So, but he will probably get rid of that leg on eBay. Or if you want it for yourself and you're watching this and you collect the Executioner series and didn't want this black Spider-Man, just shoot us an email.
I'm in no rush to move it. So if you see this a month later, it could still be available. I'm lazy and I smoke pot and I forget things because of PTSD and pot, so chances are it'll be around.
Wow. Could just say I'm lazy. Had to go on and on and on about your fucking trauma.
That's right.
Wow, we
support mental health here at Speeding Bullets Repackaged.
We're just all brutal commentary this episode, just like very right. Again, this is why you watch this stuff, to go from a light conversation about robot penises to trauma.
That's right. Moving on, a figure that I did not pre-order, but the more I saw of it, I was like, I gotta get this figure. And when I went to pick up the Dark Spidey, I'm like, it was when I picked up the Punisher boxes that you see in the background there that you'll be seeing later in this episode. I was like, did you get an Iceman too? And they're like, we did, but it's gone already. But if I could probably get another one for you. And they did. So, he's really cool. He's got like this ice effect that he can stand on, that's got a peg in it. So he can stand on it in various, like you saw in the previous pose. He's got that Secret Wars hologram thing, that all the shield that all the other ones do. He's got an attachment for his like ice spray or ice blast. There we go. Ice blast is a better word for it. Ice spray. He has open hands, a snowball, and then the face is a bit more of an aggressive face. As opposed to the other one, which is the one that I ended up keeping on the figure.
Richie, this looks like ice.
It does. It really, really does. And only in some cases, like in this case, you can kind of see just from, and I did that kind of on purpose for this picture where you can see the joints. But for the most part, in the pictures and when you're just looking at it, you cannot see the joints, which is normally a big complaint on a clear, opaque, or frosted figure, as you can see the innards of it. But this one really, really, really works, and they really nailed on how to do it right for Iceman in this case.
I'm very impressed. I'm actually really impressed with this because the production photos did not, like, it looked like a translucent figure, but like the photos that you're taking, which are just through your iPhone, really make it look like he is an ice character. Yeah. And that is very impressive. And that is really worth noting. So I've seen a couple of people talking about how great this toy is. So I'm very excited that you got him. It makes me want to get him, even though he doesn't fit in at all with any of the shit that I have going on in my office space setup for toys. But this looks phenomenal.
He's going to be great for the Christmas setup this year. So too bad I didn't have him for last year's Spider-Man Wolverine snowball fight. But because he has an actual snowball. But
he'd have fit right in, buddy. This is a really nice pickup, and this is again one of the joys about this hobby is that you can go to the store being like, well, I'm going to get something because I pre-ordered something, but then you just look in the shelves and you're like, oh, I have to get this. Like, and this looks like so much better in person.
I've fostered the relationship that I have with the EB games that I go to, that in some cases they'll be like, I don't know, Richie might like this, so let's put it aside. And then they'll be like, do you want this? And then sometimes it'll be yay, sometimes it'll be nay. So when I picked him up, they did also, it was a pre-order, so I only got to look at it. It didn't make me want it, but I did take a peek at the Emperor Doom that they had there for someone's pre-order, because they had it out on the desk at the moment. So I was like, can I look at that? Not that I want it, I didn't pre-order it. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. I mean, if I saw he's fine. I mean, if I saw him on sale somewhere, I might pick him up. But I was glad I didn't pre-order him, and looking at it, it didn't give me the, what's this?
What's this?
What's this?
Why don't I own this? Why don't I own this?
And that is the question that we're always asking whenever we go to the stores. Is that thing that you just did?
Yeah.
Here's the real thing, though, Richie. I do feel like we're going to get a Doomsday Doom later this year or next year, and I feel like we're going to like that Doomsday Doom, and I feel like we're going to have to get it.
We'll have to see. Yes.
You like that? Little.
Yes. Oops.
Little scratch.
That's not the next one. This is the next one. You saw the boxes in the background. There's two of them because I've got one for Tupper sitting here. It arrived literally the day after he went back to Toronto.
That's okay.
I've heard some complaints about his face. I can understand first of all, here's, he comes with that hatchet, an extra closed fist, an extra trigger hand. She's got the pistol that doesn't have a removable magazine, and he's got the knife.
But Richie, you do have access to plenty of handguns that do have removable.
That's right.
Or most of the handguns actually don't have removable
magazines,
clips. It's usually the magazines are usually for the bigger guns.
Yeah.
So no big deal. But again, if you don't love the gun that comes with this Punisher figure, you have like 20. Maybe not 20, but you have other options.
Now, I don't hate the face on this, but it kind of looks like a wax museum face, is the way I'll put it.
It does look like Bernthal. Yeah. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
How's the hair looking? Like people were like, the hair's too tall.
I don't think the hair's too tall. I think the hair's fine. The only thing I can see as a criticism face wise is it does look a little wax museum like.
He does look like he's melting slightly.
Yeah. That's the and really that's one of the only criticisms I have of him. Maybe it's just because I didn't quite articulate it properly, but he can't, like, if he's gonna have the hand like that, it should be able to be articulated so he can hold the pistol in that manner. One thing to note is he has a closed fist hand. Option of 2 closed fist hands and 2 different like trigger hands. There's no just closed fist with not the trigger finger. So if you put the knife on him, he's holding it with the trigger finger out. So it kind of looks silly. So he's never going to be holding the knife. Also, the hatchet he holds like that as well.
Again, this is the difference between what Hasbro is doing with the G.I. Joe Classified line and what they're doing with their Marvel Legends line, because most of the hands that come with the G.I. Joe figures can hold their knives, and because of the way that the hand is sculpted, even though there is a trigger, it doesn't look silly for them to be holding a knife or a sword or a hatchet, and that is, again, one of those areas where Hasbro Legends doesn't match up with Hasbro Classified.
See, it kind of looks silly, like even with the hatchets, that he would have one finger sort of open. There should have been like a hand like that some figures do have.
Richie, have you tried swapping some of your hands that came with your Law and Order for the Punisher figure?
Because they have very similar skin tone, if not.
I'm going to tell you guys right now. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That would be that's going to be something I'm going to be looking at immediately. Also, I have again a ton of different guns and accessories that have come with various GI Joe classified figures over the years that I've gotten. I have a shit ton of that stuff. I'm very excited to get this Punisher figure because now I have somebody who I can give some of those big ass guns to. Nice. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with his pistol or that hatchet or the knife, but I'm saying it's a Punisher toy. Let's get that guy an AK-47. Yeah. Let's get him an MP5. Let's get him some of those big ass guns with the missile launchers located on them. I have them. They're just not part of displays right now, but I'm very excited to do some mixing and matching with the GI Joe stuff and this Punisher figure and see how they link up. I think Exactly. I think that the hands for G.I. Joe are a little longer in the pegs than the ones for Marvel Legends, but I think they might be very similar, and I think that you can do some connections. Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to look into that. I'm going to definitely do that when I'm back in Toronto with that Punisher figure in January. So I'm very excited about the potential. Mm-hmm. With the Punisher.
That's right. Now, I am glad, because originally we were thinking about recording this yesterday. I'm glad that we did delay because a figure that I wanted showed up a day late. But that is Mysterio. Is that the first picture?
Ooh, we finally got Mysterio.
Yeah. From Walmart exclusive Mysterio. Now, this is technically a re-release. However, the previous retro carded Mysterio, the costume did have the gold detailing over the green. This one doesn't have it. I don't mind that difference. It's fine without it. I like this figure. I like the effects that come with it. I like the accessories. The normal head there wouldn't stand up because of the little ponytail, but you'll see that on him after. But he comes with a couple open hands, the effects, and he's got like a Mysterio effect head as well. There's a better shot.
Mysterio effect.
There's a better shot.
Oh, Quentin Beck?
Yeah, I was going to say Quentin Meyer, but that is another character. This is what it looks like with the bulb off. The heads do not fit under the bulb, which is fine. I just thought once I took the bulb off, and I was like, "This is fucking hilarious." This would be fine on its own like that.
I took the bulb off. Title of your sex tape.
See, there he is. He's got the other the head with the purpley Mysterio effects there. He's holding on to his fish bulb, and then there he is with his Quentin Beck heads. A little look like he's giving a little soliloquy. And a little closer look at that. I do want to note on the, you'll see here, that is how the cape attaches, and that's where the bulb attaches. I find that it's a bit of a tenuous grip that peg has in there, and it is pretty flexible, but I am concerned that at some point that is going to break, so I'm going to be very cautious with it anytime that I take it on and off. Technically, I guess I could have taken some pictures without the cape as well, but he kind of looks silly without his cape. So
he does look silly without the cape. I knew that going in. Well, there's your answer, Fishbulb.
Yep.
It was a good ride while it lasted.
Exactly.
Let's go home. We are home. That was fast.
And that's a small shit Richie bought this week for you guys, because I didn't buy a lot. Not that a lot didn't come out. It's just that's what came. So.
Well, I mean, it is the holiday season, so I found a lot of things were released again earlier. We are in it's December 5th. Don't 4th. Don't call it that. You and your big dump. Is it still snowing outside? We're getting a little bit of a big dump here in Toronto today. It's all white though, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that again, this is why a lot of the end of the year exists. It's like this is kind of the end of the new stuff. It'll pick up again in January, but it's time for us to talk about some of the toys that we got and what we think of them, and getting ready for our big year-end lists. Honorable mentions, top fives, top tens, and it's an exciting time.
Right.
But there's just not a lot of new stuff to show you for coming soon. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be a little bit next week coming soon, guys. I did save the static pictures for next week. I've already pre-ordered it. And then, of note, my John Carver that was delayed again is now not coming out till January. So
they missed a prime opportunity.
Yeah.
They should have been out for Thanksgiving in November for the Americans.
That's right. It should have. It's actually out in some markets, just not this one, apparently. So
they were like, Canada's Thanksgiving's in October, so they can go fuck themselves.
Right.
And it's like, hey, excuse me, but as we've said in a previous episode, ours is the harvest Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yours is the genocide Thanksgiving.
Actually,
don't support the genocide Thanksgiving, Americans.
I don't
support our harvest.
Whole lot left on my pre-order list at the moment. Marvel Legends wise. I've got the Spider-Venom, the Uncanny Spidey, which is Nightcrawler, and a Spider-Man 2099 for both of us. Those are coming out 12 January. Nimrod I have on pre-order. That's in 15 May.
You did go with the Nimrod.
I did, yeah. Did pre-order it 15 May. That's still quite a while away. That could get moved up. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I did tell you already about the NECA stuff. And then I've got the video game Jason that I pre-ordered directly from NECA. That's due out in Q2 2026 is all we know so far. No idea what's going on with the Mattel Thundercats crossover ones, and although I did see them on some Walmart sites, but I really want to get them from Nabima because I did put the pre-order in there, and but he kind of getting screwed through the Diamond Select Toys distributor debacle. So then Night Viper I've got pre-ordered for G.I. Joe for both of us. That has a to be determined release date. Crimson Guard is 15 May, and then I did decide to pre-order the Duel's End Vader, which comes in 1st of January. So.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, there's very exciting things coming up for us. We will have obviously some reviews of some stuff that hit us at the end of the month that we're probably getting for the holidays. So January there'll be a couple of little reviews there. We're probably, I think, also going to do some revisits. I think we're definitely going to fill some of our time with top 5 XYZ thing. We're going to be doing some big old top 5 lists in January. I can tell you that right now, because there will be limited coming soons for that month. So I'm very excited to do some top 5-y.
I suspect we're going to see some Mcfarlane promotions soon, just because we did get that static, and I did send you that list, and those all have release dates around the same time as static, and so we should be seeing the pre-order announcements anytime now. So, and you'll know what those things I'm talking about are when we get them. But
we find out, we tell you. Oh, here it is. It's the review segment. It's an exciting one. It's a long song because Richie cannot edit himself.
That's right.
There you go. We're back. I have to clear my throat and take a sip of water, because this is a review of the first, I think this is the first 10 out of 10 review that we've ever done on this show.
Yeah. I've already given this figure high amounts of praise. And
it's true. Richie talked about it. I have lots of things to say, and I'm going to be saying them because this is one we were very excited about getting. It's Budo from the G.I. Joe Classified line. So Richie gave a little bit of a review showcase a couple episodes ago. It's my turn because finally I got my hands on it, and this is absolutely a 10 out of 10 figure. This is exactly why people collect toys. This is exactly what we were excited about with the G.I. Joe Classified line. This is so good, it's scary how good this is. So we're just gonna, there's some photos up here. I put them in as many different configurations as I could think of. One of the things that I love about Budo is that he is customizable to a fault. Like, there is so many options with this action figure, and it's crazy how many action shots you can get, how many different display styles you can get with it. It's mind-blowing how much stuff he comes with. And I mean, yeah, it's not a $40 figure. So I'm going to pause right here. Do you see that little button that's right there on that screen? Yeah. That is the knot that goes in his hair that you pull out in order to put the... What?
I didn't realize that came out.
Yes, that's how you put the helmets on, Richie. That's how the helmets go on his head. You put the knot out, and that's how they go on. Which is, again, that level of detail to include the knot in the first place. I can't get the eyes
to line up properly on the helmets, and then...
That's why. That's why. The second, this is why I included it, because I knew that you that you were shoving the helmet on top of the knot. And I was like, I go to put one of the helmets on, and I'm like, it's not fitting flush. And that's not how G.I. Joe Classified works. So I was like, does this knot come out? And I was like, it spins. Oh, yeah, it comes out. It perfectly comes out. And that's why the helmets fit so well.
I'm not wrong in my, and it doesn't bother me, but I'm not wrong in my discovery of, like, the helmets do not fit on the long hair, though, correct?
That is correct. Okay. Yeah, the helmets don't fit on the long hair. They only fit on the short hair, and you get them flush by taking out that little nub. I do love the fact that he comes with a long-haired version, so that, again, you can mix and match. Again, having a scarf, having this long, more disheveled hair version, you can put him with the samurai armor, or you can put him with elements of the samurai armor. Yeah. One of the shots that I've done is I have the other regular gauntlet that comes with the figure, and I put the samurai gauntlet on the other arm because I thought that was a cool look. And I just, again, love that they have that kind of variation here. Again, the magazine on that gun comes out. Great gun accessory.
Tripod moves.
Yeah, the pod moves. The swords all go in their sheaths. He comes with the big long sheath that fits over his back. I love that the little peg comes out so you can fit it on and you can take it off at your leisure. There's so much going on here, but I mean, when we look at the figure as well, it is well designed. The articulation is really on point. It's really sharp looking. It's very interesting looking. There's a nice little G.I. Joe Japanese tampo on the side of the sleeve for the regular armor that he has, which I think is beautiful. His name is written on his G.I. Joe armor that comes with it. Richie talked about this in his review, but you can basically make a whole new figure out of the accessories that come for this figure. Yeah. And that's something I'm going to be doing in the new year. I don't have any additional figures that would work with the design.
Say, like, have you found anything yet, or...
Some of the like that, there's that G.I. Joe Troop Builder figure, which is out. I think I'm going to get that, and that's what I'm going to use to put the samurai armor on regularly, because I love Budo's just general, like, classic design, but I want to display that samurai armor. It's so well detailed.
It turned out really well with the Televiper body, hey?
Yeah. Like, it looks really good. The blue looks really good with that design, and it just looks makes such a good statement on your shelf. And again, this is why we collect toys, is because you get something and you realize it's so much better than what you were expecting. How everything connects and works is great. Can you get really deep poses in that samurai armor? You cannot. It's not designed for that. It's not supposed to be for that. Mm-hmm. But does it look super intimidating on the shelf? 100%. And everything just fits. It just fits and works really well. The design of this figure is just so incredible. The faces look really sharp. Again, the small head where the helmets go on, great look on the face, but also I love the long hair look. It's really showpiecey. Would it have been nice if there'd been a more aggressive face on it? Sure. Does it take away from the quality of the character and the figure? It does not. Yeah. But given the amount of accessories that this toy comes with, given the posability in the G.I. Joe line, given the accuracy that's given to the entirety of this toy, I mean, it can't give it anything less than perfect marks because it is perfect. It's a perfect action figure. Yeah. And it's amazing what they've been able to do with these things. I mean, I've been collecting toys for like 25, 30 years, and to see that level of those armor pieces that can easily fit on and off, the way that you can just easily take the hands off and replace the gauntlets on, the leg armor just snaps on super easy, and everything fits. And it's not loose. It's not like you can shake the figure and nothing's really going to fall off. And that's amazing.
Part of me was when I first, and this was only because I was still not super used to G.I. Joe stuff. When I first took the larger sword, and you know how the rope is like removable. When I first picked it up and it like came off, I was like, ah! And then I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah, it's also like these are solid toys too. I mean, like I'm never worried about breaking or snapping any pieces off because they're not designed for that. They're designed to come off and on. Now, over time, obviously that's going to change, but as far as something that works and is easily customizable for, 5-10 years, you're going to have a lot of enjoyment out of this. Yeah. But it's just great because it works as a statue. It works as something that's a display. And I just love that there's so much variation you can do as far as different future displays with it. And also additionally adding those parts to other toys. Yeah. I have a quick kick that I got, and I love that quick kick. I can take parts of this and add it to Quick Kick.
Like I think the way I have things,
or it doesn't feel wrong.
The way I have things set up right now, I think between the two, like the actual Budo figure and that Telefiber body, is I only have 2 accessories that I am not using at the moment. Yeah. So.
Like I love it when you can get stuff and immediately know, oh, I can put this on another toy that I have. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite things about collecting in these scales is that there's stuff that I'll get with a G.I. Joe figure that I end up using with Marvel Legends. Mm-hmm. Or I'll get something with Marvel Legends that fits in better with G.I. Joe. Or I get something that's a DC Universe thing and I'll combine it with another DC Universe thing through Mcfarlane. And that's to me is one of the great things about collecting is you collect and you get pieces, and all of those pieces can go with other things. But the Classified series is one of the first toys where it just feels like everything goes with everything. Mm-hmm. And it really does amp up that design from the 80s with those little figures and the vehicles where all of the figures fit in all of the vehicles. All of the guns can go, or blasters, sorry, can go with all of the different other figures. And they really amped that up to this level with the collectors market that we have now, where it feels like with G.I. Joe in particular, everything goes with everything. And this figure truly sells that home. And that's why it's a 10 out of 10.
And that's just another argument to open your damn figures and pose them, people. So, and if you don't, that's your thing. I mean, that's completely fine. But I'm just saying, pose them.
I mean, I also, Richie, it's funny that you bring that up, because there was this movement, I think, for many years, especially in like the mid 2000s to about 2015, where it was like, if you like to put it in boxes, keep it in boxes. But now I think because of the nature of the business and because of the increase in the articulation and the type of accessories that come with these figures, it really does scream, put me on a shelf. Yeah. And I think the vast majority of toy collectors like us are taking them out of the box and they are putting them on a shelf somewhere, because it just looks so much better. And you just really, like, it's great to be able to mess around with this stuff and to say, well, now I can put them in a funny pose, or I can put them in a serious pose, or I can put them in a standing pose, or I can put them in an action pose. And now I have all the stuff to go with it. And that I think is really the crux of it.
I think it just comes down to is, are you collecting because you want to hopefully have a big collection to sell for some money someday? Or are you collecting for joy, and both are valid. Yeah. Both are valid reasons to collect. There's I'm not shading on anyone that keeps them in the box for that reason. I used to keep them in the box. It wasn't for that reason. It was just I just kept them in the box, and finally Tupper's like, take them out of the damn box, and I did, and fucking look at where we are now.
How much better is your life by not having them sealed away in plastic and cardboard?
I can have so many
much
more.
Better. Well, yes, that is the correct answer. You can have so many more, and it's also, again, why we keep boxes too, is because Richie is definitely there, and I'm getting to the point where I'm like, well, I got this and I liked this, but now I got a better or a more upgraded or a more me version. This is going to go back in its box and it's going to go up for display. It's no longer going to be on my shelf. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch that I'm going to be looking at in January for my setups here that I'm going to start putting back in their boxes, because it's just like, I like them, but I don't need them out anymore. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the key of, like, let's cycle through, let's switch it out. And you know what the great thing about that is too, is I can put something in a box for a year or two and then decide I would like to have it back on my shelf. I just get the box, open it up, there it is. Put it back in the shelf.
I did have some older figures that I took out of the box before we started this show, early when we started this show. I have cycled those all out, and the ones that I didn't sell are now on this shelf here. These are all my older ones that have been cycled out. I don't have actually boxes for those ones anyway, but I think eventually those ones will probably move on to another place, and I could see at some point, like some of these figures moving to that. That's the departure shelf, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I'm also really happy that manufacturers like Hasbro and Mcfarlane are now kind of getting, and NECA is really good with this, and Jada Toys, I've noticed, is also really good with this. I've really kind of started to refine their action figure packaging so that it is a box and that they can all slot in and you can display them on a shelf like you would display a book. Mm-hmm. And I think that's much better. I know Marvel Legends for a while was doing that kind of curved in packaging. They did that for years, and I think it was only towards the end of last year. It was last year for sure they started just doing the square boxes again, and it's like, that's what we want, guys. I don't want this curvy shit or bubbly shit. Like, we want something that can go on a shelf.
Or if you're just putting the box away, it's better to have it fucking square because it fucking fits better. Like, even if you have different size boxes, as long as they're flat and rectangular, then we can find a way to pack them. So
that's it. So keep that up, all of y'all, keep that shit up, because again, things are obviously changing, and there's movement in a lot of areas moving forward, but I think a lot of collectors are being a little bit more picky with what they're picking up. They're not just picking up everything, but it's really nice when you do get something that it does fit on a shelf or fit in a box for the future when you want to put it in, put it out, take it out, change your displays. Let's just stick with rectangular boxes. I won't expect them all to put them in the same size. That's just not going to happen.
That's a pipe dream.
But as long as that's a pipe dream for them to all be the exact same size, so they all fit in boxes so evilly, and you don't have to Tetris that shit around. But I'll take it as long as they're rectangular, and that's it. No weird bubbles or shapes. I will deal with it from there. But yes, keep that up. Rectangular boxes all in 2026. None of this bubble crap, none of this curved side crap. Let's keep that going, toy manufacturers, for your benefit.
That's right. That being said, that brings us to the end of this week's show. Next week, you'll be getting both Tupper and I's top 10 lists, probably with a couple honorable mentions at least. Do you want to put a cap on honorable mentions? 3? That's the 3?
Yeah, we're gonna go 3 because I put 3 on my honorable mentions list, and I was struggling to find a 4th, and I'm like, why am I struggling to find a 4th? Let's just do 3.
Okay, 3.
So yeah,
10 and 3.
3 is the one.
Right.
10 and 3, and we'll have a little. I'll probably have a couple of little I didn't love this particular. I'll have a couple of dishonorable mentions as well. So if there's If there's anything you got over the last 12 months that you're like, this was not great, I think it's definitely worth putting on the list, and we'll do a dishonorable mention as well.
Or if there's anything that came out this year that you missed, that you wanted, I think that'd be good to include as well.
Oh, I have only one, and I will happily bring that up next week.
I have a few, so
we're talking about it. Yeah. There you go. So we'll do so next week we have our top 10 best figures of 2025, our honorable mentions, which are 3, some dishonorable mentions, and the pipe dream. Pipe dream, which ones did we miss? Which ones are we hoping to maybe pick up in 2026 that will make our collective dreams come true?
That's right. And there you have it, folks. With that, don't forget to hit that bell, get that ding, like and subscribe, and make sure that you join us here almost every week, because we are here most of the time. So we will probably have a little bit of a hiatus over the holiday season, yes, understandably, because family.
I mean, yes, it's once I arrive in Ottawa on the 17th, it's going to be an all-go season for a bit, so it's going to be pretty hectic. So we'll probably, maybe though, Richie, what's going to happen is, depending on how next week's episode goes, we may split it in 2.
Yeah.
Because it's going to have a lot of shit to talk about next week. So if we find we're more on the hour and a half mark when we record next week, maybe we'll make it 2 episodes, and one of them will be available on Christmas. And if not, well, you'll probably take like 2 weeks off, because you know what? We got a snack, and we got to spend time with our loved ones, and do nothing.
Yeah, I have to move that elf on the shelf a lot. So,
so are you using some of your action figure display techniques when you're making new elf on the shelf displays, Richie?
Jen's been doing them so far. Vanessa is wondering if the elf is going to throw my figures on the ground.
Oh, so as someone who loves these sort of things, my brother also does elf on the shelf displays every day throughout December, and he is on it. They are amazing, and if there's any good ones that he sends me, I will also post them here on the show. But yes, let's see if we can get some photos taken of that, and we will include them either next episode or sometime in the new year for you guys to see some fun.
Maybe I'll get some jingle bells to put over the theme song.
Sure, whatever floats your boat there, Skip.
That's right. Bye, folks.
How's it going, children? Tell your parents they can buy them at the mall.
What's going on with that?
Series of 1984's coming out right now. Go!
Theme song is so intense it needed to play it twice. That's what we got for you. It's just like boom, here you go. It's double the 1984s.
That's right.
Okay, bye.